Hello. The word of the day is dumpling. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called Dumplings, but I think it's pretty good. It's a Chinese horror movie. It's on Netflix. It's pretty awesome. It's about a woman who smuggles in aborted fetuses and cooks them as dumplings. It's a pretty good movie. And I'm actually looking at a scene from the movie to base the picture of the dumpling on. This is going to be the background, and then there's going to be a face eating dumplings. Human dumplings. The person that I'm currently playing with, Harmonic Echo, is really good. You should play with this person. Harmonic Echo makes really good landscapes. So my embarrassing injury turns out to be worse than I thought because the pain just keeps getting worse. My treadmill. Falling on the treadmill accident by drinking water while running. I have ice on my knee right now. My coworker thinks that I bruised one of my bones, I guess the patella. And ow. But I really hope that is the problem because that's not as bad as what it could be. This is a person's face, and this is her shirt. There's not going to be very much emphasis on the shirt, it's just there for part of the scene. Most of it is going to be her face. Her mouth is open in kind of a weird position. And then, of course, she has a neck. I'm going to adjust this slightly so that it's not exactly like the picture I'm looking at. So, I need to give her a chin. And there's her nose. From. There's a pretty good dumpling place that I went to in Seattle, in the International District. Seattle has really good Asian food. Like all kinds of Asian food. So if you go to Seattle, don't miss out on the food. If you live in Seattle, yay, fellow Seattleites. I've been limping around Seattle, back and forth to work. It's been pretty funny. What's your favorite color? I'm not sure if I've asked this already, but I want to know what your favorite color is. My favorite color is lime green. Or fluorescent lime green, like this color. But that's not going to be used in this drawing. So her mouth is open to show that needs some wrinkles right here. She's trying to be youthful by eating human dumplings. Really, go see that movie. I thought it was funny. It's a horror movie, but this was so funny. Although parts of it were kind of messed up. You'll know what part I'm talking about when it gets to it. And eyelid. And the bottom eyelid. Most of this is going to involve the dumpling and not so much her mouth. But here, the opening of her mouth. Add some red to it. Probably some black to really make it stand out. I'll get back to the details of her face later. I don't want to take up too much of Harmonic Echo's time with all my detail work. She just needs to guess the dumpling. Or he. I don't know. Harmonic Echo. It sounds kind of feminine, but I don't know. Could be male, could be female, could be intersex. Doesn't really matter. Gender. Well, it does matter to a lot of people, I suppose. Not so much to me. It's just kind of there. Now, discrimination against a particular gender, that's a problem. But I like being female, but if I were born male, I would be fine with that. I'm glad that I'm female, though. I enjoy it. Shiny teeth. I've really been enjoying drawing teeth recently. They're so shiny. I had my first tooth filling a few weeks ago. That was pretty exciting. At least it was for me. So here's the dumpling. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Harmonic Echo. I have to do some more details first because the dumpling will be going over the lips. It's all about order. If you go in the right order, you won't take up as much time, even though I guess I really do take up a lot of time. But this is faster. What's your favorite horror movie? I'm not sure if Dumplings is my favorite horror movie, but it might be. No, wait, I really like 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. I just love zombies. Especially the more realistic zombies, because they weren't dead, they were just crazy. To me, that's more realistic, which makes it fun. Not for the characters, but fun for me. And, well, I think I'll continue with this and then outline the lips later. When you're making a lot of fine lines, like here I'm going back and forth in a zigzag pattern, it helps to lift your finger every few seconds just in case you mess up. Because then you don't have to get rid of the whole thing when you go back. You just get rid of a little part of it. That saves you some time. Plus annoying. Okay. Now I need to finish the mouth area because the dumplings and chopsticks will go right on top of the lips. And the lips are pretty shiny. Shiny. But not glittery. Not this time. Okay. I think I don't know if I should give her a third skin color or not. Let's see. Is that too much? No, I think this is just right. Because there's quite a lot of detail on the lips. I don't want her skin to look too bland compared to the lips. And there's going to be a lot of detail, scratchiness in the dumpling, and probably around her eyes too. What was your favorite movie from 2012? Still early in the year. My favorite was Django. I thought that movie was great. Okay. Here's the highlighting color. Make this part smoother. Actually, there's not as much of a highlight on this side as there is on the other side. See what I'm doing here? I'm leaving little bits of the highlighted color present while removing most of it. Doing that adds just a tiny amount of a highlight. And I'm doing it the same with the darker color. Same way. Just that. Okay. Almost ready to start on the dumpling. Dumpling time! So dumpling has an edge, and then there's this wrinkly part. Would you eat human dumplings? I would. There's the edge of the dumpling. And this part of the dumpling is also going to be darker because this is actually inside her mouth, so it's in the shade. It's not exposed to the sunshine. I really hope there's sunshine this weekend. I used to not like the sun because I didn't want my skin to get tan. I didn't want skin cancer. I previously mentioned that I used to live in North Carolina and it was too sunny there. But in Seattle, I really appreciate the sun. I like the sun. And I need the sun to go skydiving. So, I want the sun. Adding some dots. I'm going to try to make the dumpling kind of glittery. Really emphasize the shine because I want that to be the part that stands out. I don't want her face to stand out. I want the dumpling to stand out. And right now, her teeth are already very shiny. So I don't want the dumpling competing with her teeth. Get a really bright edge. It kind of looks like a tongue right now. That's a problem. I think to show that it's a dumpling, I'll have part of it opened up, revealing the filling. And also, once I add the chopsticks, that should make it clearer that this is dumpling. It's such a weird word, dumpling. Like, taking a dumpling, like a small amount of excrement. Well, first I'll add the edge where she is bitten open. Crunch, crunch. And the filling. It's the mystery meat. Human meat. There it is. I think I'll add some vegetables to it too. Some dead plants. I never understood the whole gesture thing with giving people flowers. What would someone want to do with some dead, inedible plants wrapped in plastic? What's the point? There's no point. It's so useless. It's so mean to just kill flowers to watch them die. Like, oh, I love you. Here's some dead angiosperms. No, I just don't get it. Okay, so you can see the filling. And I'll add white to the edge, because I really want this to be a shiny dumpling. Shiny, glittery, glistening, beautiful dumpling. Just ready to be eaten. Just ready for cannibalism. Adding some more dots. Okay, now it's time for the chopsticks. I have one here. Oh wait, I forgot about that fourth skin color that was back there. Okay, I'll have to change this. I'll do that. Now I'll do this. Make it scratchy. Okay, now I can add the chopstick. I prefer to eat with chopsticks than with forks. I have probably about 100 chopsticks. And maybe 10 forks? Chopsticks are just better. I like being able to grip the food. And they're more fun. I have some lightsaber chopsticks. I love those lightsaber chopsticks. They don't light up though. I suppose I could cut them open and add an LED, but I don't want to risk breaking them. Also, I'm kind of lazy. I suppose I could make my own lightsaber chopsticks with LEDs. Eventually. So it should be pretty clear that this is a Chinese dumpling now that I've added the chopsticks. I really hope you got this harmonic echo because there's so much more that I'm going to do. I take too long with these things. If only I had the time to do this all day long. I wouldn't get anything done. Okay? Add a highlight color to the chopsticks. Make them look really wooden. And it's not good enough. That's better. Okay. Now for the rest of her face. That's what I used? Yes. Highlight for her nose. And then continues like that. Go down. I should really buy an ice pack, but I don't want to get up because then I'd have to walk to the Walgreens, which is less than a block away, but ow. I've been doing too much walking already. I walk almost a mile to work. It's up a pretty steep hill. It's on the highest point of Seattle. Well, actually, it's debatable. Some people say that's the highest point. Some people say that this other spot is the highest point. But it's pretty high up. And I've been walking back and forth. Limping back and forth. Shouldn't be doing that, but that's what I've been doing. I really want to watch this movie now. I haven't watched it in years. It's a great movie. Dumplings. Such a simple title. Just Dumpling. Says it all. I don't even remember how I came across it. And because I added that fourth color, the brown, for the really shadowy parts of her face, I'm going to extend that to her nostrils. And her nostrils are actually too big right now. I need to shrink them. The angle isn't right for them to be this big. My boss is so nice. She dropped me off at home after work today. My maid is nice. He dropped me off at work today. And my coworker is going to give me a ride to the doctor's office. People are so nice sometimes. I don't like humans overall, but there are some really good people out there. Wow. Hey, and the eyes. There's one eye. There's the other eye. This part is important. To me it is. I think it makes it look far more realistic. And it also helps to give the eye some shading. Uh, it looks kind of funny now, but you'll see what I'm doing. See? The eye is far more three-dimensional. It's an eyeball. It's rounded. It needs shading just like any other type of ball, like a testicle. Who doesn't like testicles? It's such a fun word. When I test the microphone, I don't say testing, I say testicles. Oh, if you hear crinkling, I'm sorry, that's the bag of ice. And if you hear some weird noise, that's the garbage truck. Okay, and then we make this shiny. Then it's almost time for the iris, but not quite, because this needs to be darker. That. No. That. I'm actually not changing this from the original picture as much as I wanted to. But my style is distinct. It's spray paint like. I should know what this is called. I should have Googled what this is called, but I didn't. Eyelid. I think I'll change it by giving her some unusual makeup, because I love glitter. Hmm. Iris. Iris will have several colors to it. This will be the darker color. And the trick to making this look really realistic is to have the darker color match up with that gray shadow that I gave the rest of the eye. So here's the light color. See how I'm carefully avoiding getting it on the shadow? Ah, it went too far. Okay. Actually, I'm going to extend it a little bit onto the shadow because then I can go back with the darker color. Oh no, I do not want to quit. Not yet. Come this far already. Do I sound crazy in these videos? Because I'm talking to myself and no one is talking back. It's kind of weird. I normally have conversations in my head with people, but in this case I'm not. I'm just talking to myself. And then we'll go over here. And she needs people's. No. 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 Not quite. No. Ah. Okay, I'll just slowly add the pupils. Okay. There's going to be a highlight in there, so it will round out the pupils. There it is. Okay. And here's the other one. Really shiny. And then we just finished the eyelid. Wrong color. Okay. Now more shading. Lots of shading. Or maybe not lots, but some. This should actually be the lighter color. Like this. Her irises still don't look detailed enough to me. Need to add some more dots. With whichever finger doesn't hurt. And I'm going to add some makeup because it's fun for me. I can give her some eyelashes, but not yet. Blur. Glitter and shiny now. I don't want it to be too shiny because, again, I want the emphasis to be on the dumpling and around her mouth, which it currently is. I could mess it up, and I don't want to. Adding the eyelashes in at this point will be difficult. That's because there are already 3 skin colors involved here. So to make them look really thin, I'll have to go back and erase parts. And it's hard to erase when you have 3 colors to use as an eraser. So I'm just going to make the eyelashes thicker and only around the edges. The very edges. I'm trying to carefully erase where it got onto the eye. Okay. Is it finished? It might be. I think she needs an eyebrow, because my picture is slightly different from what I'm looking at. So I'll add in her eyebrow. There's the eyebrow. And she's kind of a classy lady, and she's a little older, so she should have thin eyebrows. Low ink. There's the ink bar. That's okay, I'm almost done. I really mean it. I promise. I'm not sure if I should give her hair or just leave it alone. The side of her face just doesn't look right. Actually, it almost looked like I gave her Buscemi eyes. Okay, that's better. I think I should give her some hair. Just a few pieces, because that light side of her face just looks too stark. And this will blend in with the background because the background has black in it. Okay. Now her hair will need a highlight. No, I'm taking too long. I always say, I'm almost done, I'm almost done. And I am almost done, but I've been almost done for too long. Okay. No, her eyes still don't look right to me. We have this hedge right here, like a wave. And I think the light color should extend up here on the brow bone. If I don't stop, then I'll probably just keep going until I run out of ink, apparently. Okay, it is done. I'm going to thank this person, Harmonic Echo, because this person looked at my channel, which is so nice. Sending it, and I'm saving it. Okay. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.